Hey guys, John Man here with deck of the month for October. This deck of the month is Jurracs. Now this isn't a purebred Jurrac build because on their own they're not a really good one, so you need to mix some generic good dinosaur monsters into the deck to make it actually functional and also worth playing. So anyways, this is a dinosaur slash Jurrac deck, or Jurrac dinosaurs, whatever. So to start off the lineup, we have two Jurrac Aeolos. I think that's how you say his name, I may be wrong. Anyways, his effect is you contribute this card to select one level 4 or lower Jurrac monster in your graveyard except Jurrac Aeolo, and special summon that monster from your graveyard. Now luckily the monster is not destroyed during your end phase or during your next phase or your opponent's phase or some phase. You get it. As long as they don't destroy the monster at summon or negate this guy's effect, you keep the monster. So it's pretty much simple as that. And he's a tuner, if I didn't mention that yet, level 1. And 200 attack and defense, not possessing very much for his own power, but he does do a lot for you otherwise. Next we have one Jurrac Gallim, another tuner, this time level 2, as well as a great effect. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, destroy the monster that destroyed this card. Your opponent can discard one card to negate this effect. Now mind you, you're going to break even with your opponent, give or take, unless they have Stardust or some other anti-destruction card. So essentially this guy's going to be like, hey, you lose out either way. And there's another monster in this deck that actually combos really nice with this guy. But he's also ran in here for another reason. Two Jurrac Monoloph, pretty good, 1500 attack, 1200 defense. Same defense as the attack of Gallim, but has a nicer effect, almost. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. So if they have 3, 2, whatever, you can attack each one of them once. And also, you can attack all of them once. It's a great card, level 3 tuner. Why not? Black Stego. Now this guy, for the generic dinosaurs, mind you, this guy's actually pretty good. The reasons why is because when he is selected as attack target by your opponent's monster, this card changes itself, essentially, to defense position. That's all it does. You attack it with an alias, boom, defense. And then they take the damage unless they boost or Gemini Spark. But the way I like about it is if you can change their monster, or they naturally, let's say, change their monster to defense, you attack over it. They're not going to be able to get past it unless they have something that with more attack or boost in our monster's attack or decrease this guy's attack. Or simply just destroy it, blow it up. So essentially he's going to stay in the field. The attack, boom, he goes to defense. You don't take no damage, so you really don't risk anything playing this guy in attack unless they have skill drain out. Next we have 3 Hyper Hammerhead, the best generic dinosaur monster in the game so far. The reasons why is because when this battles an opponent's monster, unless the opponent's monster is destroyed by battle, it is returned to its owner's hand at the end of the damage step. So unlike Miss Pally Soldier, if you actually read its text, it actually differs a little bit, and you see why it's not as good as this guy. This guy will return the monster either way. You attack and they're attacking. Defense, attack, doesn't matter. And this monster has an effect to negate other monsters' effect that destroys by battle, or that's skill drain. Even if skill drain's on the field, it doesn't matter because it activates nonetheless. It's like a Jutsu Master. It will work. So, good card. Skill drain will only affect this guy if he's still in the field after the battle. Next we have 3 Hydrogeddon. Now, when this card destroys the opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Hydrogeddon from your deck. So if your opponent has 3 monsters all weaker than, or actually 2 monsters to be exact, if your opponent has 2 monsters on the field weaker than this guy's attack, summon, attack, summon with this one's effect, and then when this one destroys a monster by battle, summon another one and attack. It's great. It's like having Jurrac Monoloph, but bigger because it has 1600 attack. And with other cards, he can actually be even bigger than that. Jurrac Guaiba, I think that's how you say it. Whatever. Either way, when he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it does not have to send to the graveyard, luckily, you can special summon 1 Jurrac monster of 1700 or less attack from your deck. Difference is that the monster that's summoned by this effect cannot attack that turn. So it's like Flame Veil Dog, only if the drawback of not being able to attack, but it can be any monster that's a Jurrac name with 1700 or less. So great. Great. And amongst the monsters that I can search out, other than the ones previously, is this guy, Jurrac Velo, or Velo. Either way, when this face-up attack position card attacks or is attacked and is destroyed by battle and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon one Jurrac monster with 1700 less attack from your deck. Now luckily, the monster special summon for this guy's effect can be either another one of these, or it can also be special summoned in defense as well as attack. And he's awesome because he's a recruiter that is 1700 attack. Standardly, they're always saying, oh, you can only summon 1500. Well, you can attack over your opponent's monsters quite easily. One Jurrac Protops. My own reason why I'm running it, I won't tell you why, but I will tell you his effect. This card gains 100 attack for each monster your opponent controls. 1700 attack, the rest is for you to figure out why. I'm not going to tell you. 2 Dinsosaur. This guy is a terraforming for the deck because you can discard this card from your hand to add 1 Jurrac World from your deck to your hand. Actually, I lied about his first part of his effect. You can discard this card from... Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I get this right here. You can discard this card to the graveyard. So if your opponent has a macro card removed from play, his effect won't work because he has to hit the grave, sadly. But it doesn't matter because unlike Terraforming, where it can become dead if you already have your field spell, he has 1800 attack, so he can also be a pretty big monster. Final monster, 2 Jurrac Heras. Why we run this card? Because when a defense-resistant Jurrac monster you control, except another one of these guys, is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. Ugh, so awesome. Even though he has 2300 attack, he still is a nice monster. Now to the spells. 3 Fossil Digs. If you don't know what this does already, you should be surprised that you're not playing it, because you can add 1 level 6 or lower dinosaur type monster from your deck to your hand. Broken much? You can search this guy. You can search out that, this, that. Doesn't matter. Any dinosaur type monster that's level 6 or lower, add it to your hand. Sure, Thunder King stops this, but that doesn't still say much that you can't abuse this card when Thunder King's not on the field. 2 enemy controller, you do produce advantage through Guaiba and as well as Hydrogeddon, so this card is beneficial with its second effect, but its first effect is still mandatory for the deck in the sense that you want to be able to destroy your opponent's monsters with Hydrogeddon as well, or Guaiba, or just get past them in general. Steal them, take them, I don't care. Next, 3 Solidarities. Main reason why we run this because it makes all your dinosaurs 800 plus for each one you have on the field, as long as you have a dinosaur monster in your grave, blah blah blah. Solidarity is good. And actually I'll show you a little bit later why, or what cards you can swap out if you don't want to play this, or don't have this much. 2 Jurassic World, running it, not because we're running 2 Dinsosaur, just mostly because it's a fair, decent card, and who plays dinosaurs? Let's be honest. All face-up dinosaur type monsters on the field gain 300 attack and defense, so your Black Stego is 23 defense wall that's pretty pain in the butt to get past. Also, this card is, I mean, sure, it doesn't give you any other effects, but it's just fun to play because you can make faster use of this card by going Fossil Dig, Destroyosaurus, Ditch, Destroyosaurus, sorry, my bad, for this. And now you can normal summon a dinosaur type monster with not only 1100 bonus, but whatever effects it will gain if it destroys opponent's monster by battle. So, see, there's synergy with the deck. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and 2 MSTs for Spell Trap Destruction. Dark Hole for Monster, obviously. Onto the traps, 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device. Laugh at Exceeds and other monsters, Synchros. Mirror Force, basic, kind of common. Woo! Call the Hunted. Any shenanigans you wish to pull during the battle phase or during your opponent attacks. 7 Tools of the Bandit for those Solemn Warning people. And Judgment for any other play your opponent tries to do on you. Now real quickly, if you're wondering what can I swap out if I don't want to play 3 Solidarities, and why it wasn't a Gorz, because obviously Gorz doesn't work well with this card, naturally, anyways. Its effect, you can still take these 3 out, add a Mind Control, like a Pulse and a Warning, or 2 Warnings, or if you want to get really crazy, you can run a Creature Swap and a Warning. I mean, because you can swap out your Velo and then attack it, and then get Dinosaur. Quickly for the extra deck, 2 Jurrac Gigantos. You can summon this guy with 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuner dinosaur type monsters. Hence why we're playing a lot of level 4s and why Monoloph is in the deck. All face-up Jurrac monsters you control gain 200 attack for each Jurrac monster in your graveyard. So you have 12 total Jurrac monsters in your deck, main deck. Times 200 is 2,400 attack points that you can boost up your Jurrac monsters with. And then for each subsequent Jurrac monster you summon, as long as the other one's on the field, you get the bonus of the two together. Such an awesome card, I'll be honest. And finally, one Jurrac Meteor. What this guy does is you need at least one Jurrac tuner and 2 or more non-tuner dinosaur type monsters. And when this guy is synchro summon, you can destroy all cards on the field. And then after that's done, you can special summon one Jurrac tuner from your graveyard. So you blast the field up and get a monster. Worse than Black Rose Dragon to your opponent, because now you have a monster. That's pretty much it, guys. Deck is cheap because it's all from Hidden Arsenal, pretty much, or commons or whatnot, except for the synchros, pretty much. So that's pretty much it, guys, and peace out.